Being here today for this very historic occasion. I say historic because we haven't done this in a long time. Sometime about 23 years ago, we did this, and I was pleased to be able to serve on that search committee as well. We especially want to welcome some friends in the audience who've joined us. We're very pleased that our landlord, Smokey Bissell, is here today because he has given us the opportunity to come to Ballantyne 2 years ago, and he's given us a great facility, and we're pleased that we have a partnership with he and his businesses. In addition, we also have several of our trustees present today, and I thank them for their presence. Also, we want to welcome everyone watching on the internet. This event is being streamed live, I guess, across the world, or whoever wants to watch it on their computer. These have been indeed great days for Wingate University in the past years. Our enrollment in the past 23 years has increased by 127%. Not many schools can claim that. In the past 23 years, 37 new buildings have been built on the Wingate campus. The amount of classroom space has nearly doubled. Our endowment has increased by 420%. We have an excellent faculty who are very student-focused and embody the Wingate motto of faith, knowledge, and service. 4 years ago, we expanded our programs to Hendersonville in the North Carolina mountains. 2 years ago, we moved into this beautiful facility here at Ballantyne, which is behind you. We have transformed this college into a thriving university, now offering graduate and professional programs. 35% of our students are now receiving master's degrees or doctorate degrees, studying for them, and a number of them right here in our facility behind you. At the helm for the past 23 years has been Dr. Jerry McGee, our president of Wingate University. He's the longest serving college president in the state of North Carolina. Last April, he announced his retirement. Formally, he will be stepping down May 31st at the end of our academic year. Dr. McGee, thank you for your years of service, and I call on you for some remarks.
Since this was formally announced as my last year as president of Wingate, I decided to do something this year I'd never done. I took spring break. I had no idea how much fun these people have been having all this year. I actually went to the Abacos, got home at 10 o'clock last night just in time to come and hand this responsibility off to Red. I'll be going on spring break every year going forward. You know, I've never been one to follow directions very well. I appreciate the board allowing me to think outside the box and do things outside the box for a long time. And I was told when I got here, do not mention the name of the new president because it's a big secret. It's a really big secret. Yeah, but anyway, since 1992, it has been my privilege and responsibility to serve as president of Wingate University. Although I was appropriately quiet during this search process, at least I think the committee would say I was appropriately quiet, it's fair to say that I have been deeply concerned about the future of this institution that we have all come to love so much. And I'm reminded that in the mid-1980s, a young man from rural South Carolina came to Wingate seeking a life-changing experience. There weren't a whole lot of opportunities in rural South Carolina. And this young man saw that a college education could change his life and the life of his family in a very dramatic way. So he brought all 5'8", 155 pounds of his football ability to Wingate and convinced them to give him a chance. He didn't want a handout. He wanted an opportunity. And like many before him, he found it at Wingate. He so impressed people during his years there as a leader and as a student that he was hired immediately upon graduation. And we only let him leave for a couple of years back in maybe 15 years ago. I went to Rhett some 10 years ago now and said, I really need your help. We made a change in personnel and admissions in mid-year, which is not a thing I would recommend. And I said, come over and manage this group and just help us get through this year and get this class put together and decide if you really want to be in administration. He did a great job. And I immediately found other ways to engage his many talents. I think it's vitally important going forward that we have someone leading us who was in the room when we put together our new strategic plan. He was in the room when we did our new campus master plan. He has been a member of the senior leadership team and a very effective one for many years. And very few major decisions have been made without his input and direct involvement. I stand today to congratulate the Presidential Search Committee and to pledge my personal and professional support to the future of Wingate University. This job is too big for one person. This job is too important for one person. It's going to take my continued best efforts and yours, standing alongside our new president, to make sure that we can dream big dreams and achieve those dreams. Thank you for letting me be here today.
I had some prepared notes, but I think I'm not going to use them all. I do want to thank the search committee that served with me. We had a 15-member team approved by the Board of Trustees. We used Myers McRae as a search firm. By our closing deadline on January the 31st, we had 190 plus applications for the next president of the U.S., coming from the U.S. After personal interviews with a number of the applicants, we invited 4 along with their wives to visit the university campus. Selected faculty, students, and members of the administration, including Dr. Jerry McGee, met with them during these visits. After much consideration and deliberation, the search committee, by acclamation, recommended first to the executive board for their approval and then to the Board of Trustees a candidate who has experienced tremendous success as our vice president for enrollment and student life and has been intimately involved, as Dr. McGee has told you, with a number of significant initiatives and priorities of the university. We are sure this candidate, as our next president, will continue the positive momentum driven by Jerry McGee during his record tenure as president of Wingate University. And it's my pleasure to formally introduce to you Dr. T. Rhett Brown as the 10th president of Wingate. Rhett.
Thank you all. It's hard to believe, but Friday afternoon, Dr. McGee called me from whatever island he was on and said, I can't imagine anybody's having a better spring break than me, but I'm guessing right about now you are. And I said, yes, I am. First, let me thank Search Chair Tom Williams and all members of the committee for offering this wonderful opportunity to me and to my family. I am both deeply humbled and tremendously excited. I greatly appreciate the support and encouragement I have received from Board Chair Luther Moore and all of the trustees. I am honored to have your confidence. I would also like to thank President Jerry McGee for his years of visionary leadership to my alma mater. He has left a profound legacy, and I look forward to building on his great work. And please allow me just a moment to acknowledge all of Wingate's faculty, students, staff, alumni, trustees, donors, and good friends for the significant commitment you all have made to our university's success for decades. I look forward to working with you all as we move our school forward together. Finally, the biggest thank you is reserved for my family, Nietzsche, Isabel, and Wyatt. I would not be at this podium today if not for you and your daily doses of patience, humor, and love. As Dr. McGee said, I arrived on Wingate's campus from rural South Carolina in the mid-'80s as a transfer student, not sure what I would do with my life. But my teachers, my mentors, and my classmates taught me so much. By the time I graduated, I had stood in the Hermitage Museum in St. Petersburg, Russia, in what was still Leningrad in the Soviet Union at that time. I had complained publicly about the administration's management of the school in my weekly column as editor of the student newspaper, a fate I will surely not incur. And I had participated in our nation's capital with college students from across the country in George H.W. Bush's Symposium on the Study of the Presidency of the United States. I was able to do those things because Wingate and its professors believed in me and believed in my potential. I am still working off a great debt to my teachers, those who taught me about life and how it should be lived. I am grateful for the opportunity to pay my experience forward in the development of future pharmacists, teachers, physical therapists, writers, social workers, physician assistants, historians, accountants, chemists, principals, nurses, athletic trainers, clergy, and so many, many others. Wingate is an institution of higher education that embraces the depth of practical application, enriched by the breadth of the liberal arts. The Latin words on our seal are fides, scientia, pietas, faith, knowledge, service. We strive for a knowledge that integrates and informs our faith and inspires us to serve others. Ours is a long history of success. From a 1930s academic catalog regarding Wingate's mission, I quote, "A sound body, a well-trained mind, and a true noble character for each student is our motto. How well we have succeeded in our aim is shown by the work our students are doing wherever they go. A tree is known by its fruits, a school by its results." As you look at these young people up here, these words ring true today. Wingate's graduates are our results, whether bachelor's, master's, or doctoral degree. They are the fruits of our labor. And our communities are better because of this university's alumni. I am so proud to be part of such a noble enterprise. These are exciting times indeed, and the best is yet to come for Wingate University. Thank you so much for being here today. I am grateful for you all.
This concludes our press conference. Members of the media, I hope you have a press packet. If you'd like that, we can get those for you. Our students are available for any questions that you might have of them. And of course, this distinguished group over here. And this is Rhett's family. Did you introduce them? Very good. Thank you, guys. Have a great day.